He kept calling me Mom, but I'd never seen him before, and he knew everything about me. I only agreed to babysit because I needed the money, and the family seemed normal enough, just a quiet couple who'd moved into the house next door in our Manchester suburb with a pale little boy who never smiled and barely spoke. His name's Jacob, the mom told me quickly before leaving. He's shy. That evening, I made him dinner, showed him cartoons, and tried to talk, but he just stared. And then, just before bedtime, he looked up and said softly, "Can you sing the green lullaby like you used to?" My blood froze. It was the exact lullaby I used to hum to my baby brother before he drowned 15 years ago. "What did you say?" I whispered. He smiled. "Mom, don't be silly. You always forget." I laughed nervously, brushing it off. But that night, when I tucked him in, he reached out and touched my face gently and said, "You look different." Now, they didn't bury you properly, did they? I backed out of the room, heart pounding. The parents didn't come home until midnight. The mom seemed off. Her eyes didn't meet mine. "Thanks again," she said, and closed the door fast. I tried to forget it. But Jacob started showing up outside my house, standing in the rain, just staring. I asked his mom what was going on, and she simply said, "He's grown attached. That happens with kids like him." I began seeing things in my dreams: dark water, a small coffin, a woman sobbing. One day, Jacob came to my house and let himself in. "Mom," he said again, "can I go back to the lake?" I told him to stop. I wasn't his mother. But he got angry. "You said you'd never leave me again." His voice deepened, distorted. Then he went upstairs and locked himself in my late mother's bedroom. I broke the door down. The window was open, but he was gone. No footprints, nothing. That night, I searched "child drowned, Lake Manchester" and found an article. The photo stopped my heart. A toddler drowned in 2009. Same face. Same eyes. Name Oliver, my brother. But he was supposed to be gone. Buried. Jacob. Wasn't Jacob. The next day, the neighbors were gone. House empty. No record of a family ever living there. I tried telling police, but no one believed me. Until I received a package. Inside, a wet, moldy toy boat I hadn't seen since I was a child, and a note, "Still waiting at the lake, Mom." I drove there in panic. The water was still, cold, and on the dock, Jacob stood waving. "You promised," he said, and then he walked into the lake. I ran after him, dove in, but I never found him. I lost consciousness. When I woke up, I was in a hospital bed. The nurse said I was found screaming under the water. I checked the mirror and my face looked pale, gray. My eyes weren't mine, they were his. I had kept my promise. And now I live in his body, babysitting whoever comes next.